20 amazing facts about Baseball Hall of Famer Joe Morgan. Joe Leonard Morgan was a famous baseball player regarded as one of the greatest second basemen of history. He achieved both the heights of personal and team success with Cincinnati Reds. The manager of Cincinnati Reds, Sparky Anderson, stated in 1975 that, "I have never seen anyone, and I mean anyone, play better than Joe played this year." In his early stage of baseball struggle, he was always ignored due to his small height, until he signed for Houston Colt and made a considerable achievement. He was underestimated continuously, even by professional teams. He also faced racism in his early career, and due to this, he even thought to quit baseball. But Morgan eventually achieved the fame of being one of the best baseball players ever in history. With his excellent hitting and running skills, he helped his team win 2 World Series championships in 2 consecutive years in 1975 and 1976. In this video, we'll look at 20 amazing facts about Joe Morgan's life and career. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more amazing facts videos. Number 1. Birth and early year. Joe Morgan was born on September 19, 1947 in Bonham, Texas, to Ollie and Leonard Morgan. Ollie and Morgan had 6 children, and Joe was the oldest. When he reached the age of 5, his family moved from Bonham, Texas to Oakland, California. He spent his childhood with an interest in ball games such as basketball, baseball, and football. Due to his small height, he got the nickname Little Joe. At the time, no one knew that this kid was going to make history in the game of baseball. Number 2. Morgan at 13. Joe Morgan got his early education from Castlemont High School and played his first game of baseball at the age of 13. He played very well, but the pro scouts underestimated his skills due to his small physique. He also faced difficulties in playing because he couldn't adjust his elbow at a proper height and thus couldn't hit correctly. Then one of his friends suggested that he flap his back arm to keep his elbow straight. The advice appeared to be valuable, and Morgan gained a significant advantage in the swing. Morgan's fans associated his flapping motion of arm with his height and shape of the body. Number 3. The beginning of Morgan's career. Joe Morgan got admitted at Oakland City College. His career started by signing with the Houston Colts in 1962, which later changed its name to Houston Astros. He polished his ultimate and stunning skills while playing for Houston Astros. Morgan loved his team and stated that, "I still have very close ties to Houston and the Astros because that was my first team." Number 4. 10 years with Houston Astros. Joe Morgan played 10 seasons for Astros from 1962 to 1971, and thus made his name in the game of baseball. His achievements at the time included 72 home runs and 219 stolen bases. In these 10 years of performance, Morgan also suffered from serious injuries. One of these injuries was a knee injury during batting practice, which resulted in him not being able to play in the next 40 games. Number 5. Morgan's issues with Astros manager. Joe Morgan was a faithful member of Houston Astros, but later he had some issues with Astros manager Harry Walker. Due to these misunderstandings, he left Astros and transferred to the Cincinnati Reds and became the part of a high-profile team of 8 players. Number 6. Awards with Cincinnati Reds. Joe Morgan amazed everyone with his fantastic hitting skills with the Cincinnati Reds in 1972. Morgan, with the contribution of his team members, is the reason why the Reds won the National League and the National League Championship Series. Number 7. 5 years on award and Morgan. During the season of 1973, Joe Morgan won the National League West Division with the Cincinnati Reds. His deadly hitting skills, batting strength, running speed, and outstanding fielding won him the Golden Glove Award for the next 5 years from 1973 to 1977. Number 8. A child's dream come true. In 1973, his dream came true, and the year also proved to be a landmark year for both the Cincinnati Reds and Morgan. They won the World Series after 35 years by beating Boston Red Sox with a score of 4-3. Moreover, Morgan was awarded the National League's Most Valuable Player of 1975. He stated that, when you are a kid growing up, you say you want to make it to the major leagues, and when you reach that dream, that's what it's all about. Number 9. World Records with World Series. In 1976, the Cincinnati Reds, with Joe Morgan in again, won the World Series and continued their perfect performance by beating the New York Yankees by a clean sweep score of 4-0. Morgan was again awarded the National League's Most Valuable Player. After winning the match against the New York Yankees, the Cincinnati Reds became the first National League team to win 2 consecutive World Series since 1921 to 1922. Number 10. Leaving Cincinnati Reds. 1979 was the Joe Morgan's last season with the Cincinnati Reds, but they still won the National League West Division. Still, with the Reds, Morgan played against the Pittsburgh Pirates but lost the championship series. Morgan was now 36 years old. Number 11. Rejoining Houston Astros. In 1980, Morgan moved to Houston Astros and helped the young Astros team. He worked very hard with the team's young players and helped them win the National League West Division. But they lost the championship series against Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 2-3. After losing the championship series, Morgan moved to San Francisco Giants in 1981, where he stayed for 2 years. In 1982, Morgan won 2 awards, the National League Comeback Player of the Year and the Silver Slugger Award for second baseman. Number 12. Morgan retires. Joe Morgan retired in 1984 after playing for several teams and achieving outstanding awards during his career. Morgan won 2 World Series and 2 National League Most Valuable Player awards. He achieved all this after going through some tough times in his life, including discrimination against his color and size. Number 13. Post-retirement life. Joe Morgan didn't truly retire. He became a university student and a television broadcaster as an active baseball commentator. He studied at California State College and graduated with a BA in 1990 just because he had made a promise to his mother 27 years ago that he could get a degree. In the meantime, Morgan worked with major broadcasting outlets including ABC Sports, NBC Sports, ESPN, and Sports USA. In 2000, Morgan was appointed as the vice chairman of the board of directors of the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Number 14. Involvement with charity. Joe Morgan had a soft and kind heart, so he joined several charitable and civic organizations. He especially loves to help and spend time with physically challenged children. He also joined the board of directors of the baseball assistant team. In 2010, he again joined Cincinnati Reds as a special baseball operation advisor. At the same time, he became the host of a weekly radio program called The Joe Morgan Show on Sports USA. Number 15. Joe Morgan's life achievements. Joe Morgan's life was full of achievements and awards. The most famous of them are the following. He won consecutive Gold Glove Awards for 5 years straight from 1973 to 1977. With Cincinnati Reds, he won 2 consecutive National League Most Valuable Player Awards in 1975 and 1976. He was inaugurated into the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame in 1987 and the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1990. Number 16. Joe Morgan's first wife, Gloria Morgan. Joe Morgan's first wife was Gloria Morgan. They had been dating each other since high school and got married on April 3rd, 1967. They have 2 children named Angela and Lisa. Unfortunately, their union ended in divorce in 1988. Number 17. Joe Morgan's second wife, Theresa Behymer. Morgan married Theresa Behymer in 1990, the year when he was inaugurated into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He became the father of twins Ashley and Kelly. At Morgan's funeral, Theresa stated that Joe was one of a kind, both on and off the field. He fought for what he believed in and dedicated himself to helping others rise and thrive. His example will inspire people for decades to come. Throughout his life, Joe Morgan believed that family is everything. Number 18. Morgan mistaken for a drug dealer. Joe Morgan was arrested at the Los Angeles International Airport by 2 undercover police officers on March 15, 1988, and claimed he was a drug dealer. Morgan was waiting for a flight to Phoenix to join a charity event. During the arrest, one of the policemen kneed him in the back and knocked him down to the ground. Morgan referred to this event in his biography. Over the next hours, the nightmare deepened, and it was all because I was just another black man, no longer a celebrity, as anonymous as any other black man. I was exposed to whatever fury was going to be meted out. After the police found out that they had captured the wrong man, they allowed Morgan to go. Morgan submitted a complaint against the police accusing them of rough handling, and after 5 years, in 1993, the issue was settled by Los Angeles City Council, who paid $796,000 US to Morgan. Number 19. Joe Morgan's Zodiac sign. Morgan's zodiac sign was Virgo, and his traits lies entirely in that of the Virgo sign. He was strong and happily faced all the challenges of life. Morgan's biggest challenge was the discrimination he faced. Further, the traits of the Virgo sign include cheerfulness, loyalty, passion, perfectionism, and dominance. Morgan's personality contains all these characteristics, and he proved them all in his long baseball career. Number 20. Joe Morgan's death. Joe Morgan departed this earth on Sunday, October 11th, 2020, at the age of 77. According to the family spokesperson, he died at home in Danville, California. Morgan had been suffering of several illnesses for the past several years, including a nerve condition known as polyneuropathy. Since 2015, Morgan had also been suffering from myelodysplastic syndrome, which later was diagnosed as leukemia. Although he received bone marrow transplants from his daughter, he still couldn't fight his many afflictions. Conclusion. Joe Morgan's life is a motivation for everyone who feels depressed because of any kind of discrimination they might encounter. Morgan faced all challenges in his life with great courage and determination. His death was a great sorrow for his family and fans, but his life and accomplishments will never be forgotten.